Nigeria Apex Court, Supreme Court of Justice has fixed Thursday, October 5, 2023 to begin hearing on all appeals filed before it concerning the judgment of the lower appeal court which almost 1 year ago quashed and set free the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was set free on October 13, 2023 on the ground that he has no case to answer, but since then he remained detained by the Department of State Security Service (DSS) while the federal government of Nigeria filed appeal before the Supreme Court against the judgment of the lower courts. Osazuwa Kondo reports that the only aspects of the case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the three courts, High Court, Appeal Court and Supreme Court have entertained for the past years is the validity and the acceptability of the 15 counts allegations leveled against the detained Biafra leader by the federal government. The High Court considered that out of the 15 allegations against the detainee as baseless and lacking in substance to warrant court attention. The appeal court voided the 7 allegations accepted by the lower high court and ordered the immediate and unconditional release of the Biafra leader on the ground that he has no case to answer. If the Supreme Court ruled against the appeal court judgment, it therefore means that the parties will now go back to the lower high court again to start the case. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, lawyer to the Biafra leader, in a statement earlier in the W expressed readiness of Nnamdi Kanu team of lawyers to challenge the federal government at the Supreme Court. Ifeanyi Ejiofor said in quote, "The Supreme Court of Nigeria has slated for hearing all appeals on Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case before the Apex Court on Thursday the 5th of October 2023. Recall that on the 13th day of October 2022, the Court of Appeal, Abuja Judicial Division, delivered a landmark judgment in an appeal filed by Professor Michael Zekome, San, Con, OFR, PhD, on behalf of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, challenging parts of the Federal High Court ruling, which had retained 7 counts out of the original 15 counts against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after striking out of the 15-count charge. The learned justices of the Court of Appeal, in allowing the appeal filed by our erudite lead counsel, Professor Michael Zekome-san, directed the federal government of Nigeria to immediately release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. The intermediate court in the landmark decision proceeded in the aforesaid judgment to prohibit the federal government of Nigeria from further detaining Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or prosecuting him on any indictment or charge before any court in Nigeria. On the 5th day of October, 2023, Professor Michael Zekome-san, leading Sir Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and others, will be exchanging the legal fireworks on behalf of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in urging the Supreme Court to dismiss in its entirety the frivolous appeal filed by the federal government of Nigeria against this landmark judgment of the Court of Appeal, and to further set aside the ruling of the Court of Appeal staying the execution of its earlier judgment. We are very firm and committed to our solemn belief that the wheels of justice, though grinds slowly, but grinds exceedingly fine and towards the attainment of justice at the end of the day. Justice shall prevail by the grace of God, and the hour is here."
He has told me as his lead counsel, as his lawyer, that he does not believe in it, that he cannot be fighting for his people and be shutting down their economy. How do they feed? How will they train their children? Many a time he cried to me in my presence that he wants to be released so that he can hold a world press conference and address the Indigbos and the Alaigbos and the entire world to say, don't stay at home on Mondays, go about your normal duties, work. Because the Bible tells us, it is upon the fruits of your hand I will bless you, the labor of your hands. So I'm now re-echoing it again and again, what Nnamdi Kanu has told me. He does not believe in that seat at home on Mondays, which cripples the social, economic, cultural, political life of the people, putting them under psychological, mental structure and torture.